Alright, guys, I'm back. I'm back because I'm not done. I'm actually not done. I actually wanted to go, but I'm not done. We're here to talk about SpongeBob. Alright, SpongeBob as a whole. I like SpongeBob. You know, I have so many memories with SpongeBob, and it's been great. Okay, like getting back from school and watching this was always the highlight of my day. It was always awesome. Hey, yeah, SpongeBob. Always laughing, looking at Squidward like swallowing this jellyfish and then hitting it, and then he fell from his bike and exploded. Was hilarious. And then going to school, and you all had to like to throw in these SpongeBob jokes, and everyone laughed, and then you found friends who watched it. Great, all of it was great. I enjoy SpongeBob. I enjoy SpongeBob as a whole. I enjoyed the three first seasons and portions of the fourth season. But all of us know that SpongeBob changed after the SpongeBob movie, right? SpongeBob was different then, you know. It is because there were others writing the episodes. Yeah, I know that the original writer came back later down the line, but this doesn't fucking matter. So this video is gonna be more about like the problem, the problem with the newest SpongeBob episodes, what it means to SpongeBob. Because SpongeBob overall is a great series. The first three seasons are great, and that's where it stops. With me, that's where it ends. I'm like, I just watched the first three seasons, and I just have a blast every fucking time. Every time I choose to watch SpongeBob. And I have a blast, and it's the problem when you have the newest season. I'm not gonna completely bash the newest season. It ain't like that, right? I'm not bashing it like that. But some parts and some episodes are so unbearable, so unwatchable, and just not that good. I even like seen someone make a video about it and mention. What episode was it? Is it when like Grandma Plankton? Or is it like Plankton actually dresses like a grandma? It's just an episode about getting the Krabby Patty formula, and we have way too many episodes. So, how many episodes you want to make? Like where Plankton wants to get the Krabby Patty. Like I get it, it's funny, but if you just make another episode every season, it's gonna be so fucking repetitive, guys. And that's the thing. And I seen a clip where SpongeBob, a newer episode of SpongeBob, he says something like very edgy and stuff, and I didn't like it because SpongeBob never been like this. These whole three entire seasons, he hasn't been like that. SpongeBob was always the edgy guy. What happened? SpongeBob was always edgy, but he was being more secretive with this. SpongeBob is the type of character he doesn't really show like that, but we know that SpongeBob can be like this. But it's the fact that we know is that we don't have to see it. We can imagine when SpongeBob does things, right? So you guys making SpongeBob like this in the new episodes makes him more like Squidward. But if SpongeBob is more like Squidward, what's the point of having Squidward then still in the show? And that's the thing, guys. I feel like in the newest episode, you made every of these main characters, always count SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs as the main characters. But you in the new episode, you made them all kind of the same. All of them like kind of the same. If you ask me, they don't really have a personality like that anymore. They all act the same. So, what? And I'm like, what am I watching? They all act the same. What's the purpose having a show with multiple characters? They all act the same at this point. At this point, bro, you guys should just make SpongeBob then. The show only SpongeBob. Take out Patrick. Take out Mr. Krabs, Sandy Cheeks, Clapping Cheeks, all of them. Take them all out. Take them all out. Just put SpongeBob. right? Because that's what some of y'all would like. But that's the problem with me. That's why I cannot watch. The that's why I don't watch those episodes like that. You know, I might watch one, you know, to see what's the hype about, but I would not make like a marathon watching this. You know, if I could watch the old episode, and that's the thing. You gotta know the difference between someone old heads or whatever who watched SpongeBob, who watched the first episodes, and they just want to see what's the hype about the new episode. Because there's some of you guys, you never watched the pilot, the first episodes. You went straight into the bullshit new seasons, and that's what you guys watched, and this is what you guys identify as SpongeBob, and then I have friends telling me like we're not gonna watch SpongeBob because this gonna make us stupid. But you guys are talking about the newest episode. Yeah, the newest episode is gonna make you dumb as shit, especially if you only watch this. You know, and that's the thing. You that's what happens when you have like a successful series. And me and my friend talked about it. If you watch this, bro, shout out to you, bro. Shout out. Shout out. He mentioned this that the most series they do the pilot, they do the first season, then they do the second season, and the second season is great, is always the best, and then the next season, season 3, 4, 5, they gonna be shit. They're gonna be shit. If not, they're just gonna be slightly better than season 1, but not better than season 2. And this is like a strategy you guys do. But I agree. You know, I was thinking about this. I agree with that. It's really true. It's really true if you think about it. SpongeBob is the same. The first season is great. The second season is the best. I mean, the second season has imitation crabs. It's one of the best episodes. Isn't second season also where they have this marching band? I just feel too lazy now to go fact check like the episode list, and I think it really doesn't matter. And season 3 is not that good, but it's still great. It's still great. So SpongeBob they did the same, and you guys overall, when you make series and movies, you always do that. Yeah, you can take every movie. Every movie. The second one, you know, is most of the time the best one. The best one. Not always, not all the time, but most of the time it is. Or even if the second one is not that great, and you like the trilogy, the last one that came out is better. It's most of the time just slightly better, or you know you just gonna be like remembering the second one more because it's been there all along the way, all along the way. But yeah, guys, I really don't not want to make this video too long. It was just something afterthought, but I still felt like I need to mention this since SpongeBob is great for me always. There's so many episodes, guys. There's so many episodes. I even watched a video like the top 10 SpongeBob episodes. I don't know anymore. I would just say that the episodes that are up there is the first season where SpongeBob like dates Sandy, where Sandy wants the sponge dick. This up there because they're doing this air stuff and Patrick gets in there and and Patrick is like, Patrick air's not good and stuff. This one is up there. Then me personally, I would be like, imitation crabs is up there. I just find it hilarious. Then the one with the Martian band, the Sweet Victory, sweet victory. This is a great episode. This is a really great episode. I mentioned many of y'all mentioned this. I think this is fan favorite, but it is also very funny. It is funny. Very, very great. Very great. Very well made. Then what was it? What else do you have? Yeah, I would say Magic Conch, but I don't know. I don't want to say Magic Conch, but actually I do want to say Magic Conch, but guys, just say that I had a face. I watched it way too many times, the Magic Conch, so I don't even watch it anymore. Like, I don't want to watch this, but it is great. I think it is one of the best episodes. Some would say it's the best episode, but I don't know about that. I don't know. And then there are like way too many. But then again, guys, these are always the first ones that I think about, and I have some right now. I'm thinking of, but I don't think they're that great compared to what I said. You know, or is the one great where SpongeBob and Patrick like take Sandy's the rocket, and then they think they're in space, but they back in Bikini Bottom. Right, this one is also one of the best. But I think that's it. I think that's really it. Many of y'all also talk about Rock Bottom. That is one of the best episodes. I don't, might be unpopular opinion. I don't like it that much. I just like the ending scene, where SpongeBob makes it back, and then you see Patrick going with the bus. This is really funny, but everything else that happens, let's say the scene with the bus is comedy gold. SpongeBob does stuff to get the bus. He's like, aha, and then he still misses the bus. Okay, but I would say isn't it more like a decent episode? It's not bad, but I don't look at this episode like, oh, this is so great. It's like mid though, right? It's mid. It's not like imitation crabs, right? Or some of you complained about the episode, the April Fool. Yeah, some of y'all don't like April Fool. Some of y'all like, April Fool sucks. April Fool sucks. Squidward is being a dick. But me personally, I liked it. I liked actually seeing Squidward being a dick to SpongeBob. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to see. Some of you don't like it. Some of you were like, yeah, maybe this will go too far, but I would like this. Is great. This really is. But I think that's it. All the other episodes, even those I can think of right now, because it's all just that's it. That's it. I'm not gonna mention more, guys. You guys know. The last one I would maybe mention before we stop is the Valentine's Day episode. The Valentine's Day episode is not mid. This is like a great one. This one I will even say is this one is great. It's great, man. Is it maybe might even be the funniest episode with Patrick in it. I'm pretty sure. These are Patrick's most funniest moment. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So that's what's wrong with SpongeBob. But then again, you guys always do this. After season 2, you guys kind of dropped the ball. So I did not expect SpongeBob to be great in the future. I also don't care. But then stuff like this just creates different fan bases for the same fandom. And I'm like, yeah, this is this supposed to be a joke? We're not supposed to argue. If I'm a SpongeBob fan, if I enjoy watching SpongeBob, I'm not supposed to argue with somebody else, like being like, which episode is better than stuff. Because if you guys watch the first season 1 through 3, you guys not gonna argue. You guys gonna be like, hey, I prefer season 1. You gonna be like, I prefer season 2, and then you guys gonna agree. You're gonna be like, oh, I see why you like this episode, but I like this one more. When Patrick put his hand on the lid, then he opens it, and then he imitates SpongeBob. I can see why you like it. I like this one too. But it becomes a problem when guys like me. I barely watch the newest episodes from SpongeBob. I have not watched SpongeBob past season 4. Like all season 5 and so on, whatever, I barely watched. Okay, so I don't know the insiders. I don't know none of it. You know, I heard many of the episodes are decent, but then a lot are just plain trash, plain garbage. And then you guys gonna look at us who just watch OG SpongeBob. You're gonna be like, get with the program. You're gonna tell us to get with the program. You know, or you gonna make us look like idiots when others just gonna be like, you know, every SpongeBob episode is the same. And this goes for SpongeBob, this goes for every series, but you know, SpongeBob is different. If you take South Park still the same guys doing it. That's the difference. They're still the same guys doing it, so you cannot compare. You can't compare. And all the other series, you never really had someone really leaving like that. It was really SpongeBob. I'm just like SpongeBob was meant to stop, but these guys knew that SpongeBob was Nickelodeon's mascot, and that's why they were like, you know, we can't do this, guys. We can't stop. We have to continue. We have to continue. This is what these guys were all about. It's almost like they were forcing them. Yeah, you're not gonna stop SpongeBob. Or these guys were cursed, or they had a curse. SpongeBob curse. We talk about SpongeBob curse because you guys also talk about the ending scene being creepy when you guys watch the endings. What? I never heard this. This gotta be some nonsense. You know, but SpongeBob has a lot of theories, a lot of stuff. The Sailing Mouth episode, where you guys don't know what they're saying, but you're talking about finding the original vocals in a day and time where there's AI voice. Really, seriously, does this even matter, bro? Does it matter? I mean, SpongeBob is great, but again, the seasons, you know, SpongeBob starts very solid and then just becomes very shit, and this comes with like a very brain rotted fan base. You guys claim to be SpongeBob fans, but you haven't watched none of these OG's episodes, and then you watch the new episodes, and you're like, oh, fucks with it just because the newest SpongeBob episode doesn't makes no sense. It just doesn't make no sense. All the newest SpongeBob episodes are mainly like what ifs or stuff some of y'all like really desperately wanted to see, and these guys knew it, and then they just took advantage and they just threw it so that you guys can see it and shut the fuck up because I like it, but you don't think about the other rest. Do you think the others gonna like it, especially if they like really alter some of their personalities? So overall, the newest SpongeBob episodes is shit, but it's so shit, guys, that I think it's on purpose. And like I said, this goes for every series, but not really. There are some series is good, but overall, guys, we're talking about the overall, and not like your some exceptions. Okay, overall, series start out great, and then they peak, and then they just slowly become shit. That's why it's hard for me to make a top 10, but hey, at least we could talk about one series. So today we talk about SpongeBob. Tomorrow we might talk about another cartoon or another movie, doesn't matter. But yeah, I would say give SpongeBob a go. I would stop after season 4, but even after season 3, I would stop. So I would just watch the first 3 seasons and the movie, and that's it. And not the other movies, just the first movie. And that's really it. And then for the newest episode, just watch a video where somebody ranks the newest episode so you don't have to watch everything. Or just scroll on your phone and watch memes. You know. And that's about it. That's about it. I don't I wouldn't do too much with it, but I really enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it for a while. You know. But yeah, I'm just not the guy. I'm just not gonna overhype this like that. But you could watch it, and and that's it. There are other cartoons you could watch, but yeah. And I don't care about none of these theories. Before I go, I'm pretty much done. I don't care about the theories. I mean, there's a theory about I think they nuked on the water sea and stuff, and that's why these guys turned out the way they are. I don't care. I do not care. Even if, I don't care, guys. So I'm gonna go, guys, still. What do you guys think? You think I'm right? Or do you think these it's not the way, and series get better and better and better and better and better and better? Well, anyways, we'll find out, though, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you watch all the way, you guys are awesome. I'm gonna go, guys. Catch you guys later.